Hello and welcome. My name is Bryn Finney-Frock, and I am a marketing manager here at Southwest Transit. I'm going to be going over our team selection today for the marketing strategy campaign that's going to be launched alongside our new Boeing 747 jet. So super excited. Let's get into it. Don't have too much time, but today we're going to be going through the team selections that we've made and kind of why each team member was selected and which ones were not. Strengths and weaknesses overall of this team, potential or motivation strategies that will be used for these specific members, conflict strategies that I believe will be helpful in resolution if conflict was to arise, leadership strategies that I will use for this team in order to be successful and to motivate, conscious capitalism alignment for how this project will align to our priority of conscious capitalism into the company, how this is going to affect stakeholders that are involved for our company, and lastly, value creation and impact that this team of four is going to have with this project that they are going to create, and a conclusion. So without further ado, the team selection process. This was a little bit difficult. We had six members for this team, and then we had to narrow it down to four. But four members really stuck out to me based on the high pressure stakes here, the short timeline that we have for this project, and the just overall impact that it's going to have. So the first one that comes to mind for me was Natalie. Natalie's a natural leader who enjoys challenges and competition and works well in teams. We are competing with other airlines. Obviously, one has produced some affordable flights and has kind of impacted our sales recently. So I think Natalie's going to enjoy that competition aspect and just the embracement of challenges. She works well in teams, but it's not her favorite thing. But she has worked well in teams in the past, so that's going to be helpful. Elizabeth is a great problem solver and she's detail oriented and she also works well in teams, but that attention to detail is going to serve her well, and that problem solving attribute of hers is going to be helpful for this project. Caitlin is a newer member, only been around for about a year or so, but she enjoys challenges. She is very ambitious. She works well under pressure and produces great work. So just working well under pressure is great for this specific marketing project with the short timeline that we have. Um, and just embracing the challenge and going above and beyond, I think Caitlin is going to do great and kind of follow the lead of Natalie and Elizabeth there too. And then Susan wraps up our fourth spot. She's an excellent team player and adds creativity, which stuck out to me, and that's going to be needed in this project, adding that creativity aspect to the project. But she's going to be the glue for this team. She boosts morale. She's a great person to be around. She's going to be just, great in the team setting for this group. And she produces great work too, but she's going to be great for the team aspect here and kind of just boosting everybody's spirits and helping them achieve the ultimate goal of producing a great project in a timely manner. A couple people who weren't chosen, Tiffany was one of them. Although she does great work too, she has a tendency not to, go above and beyond, which might be needed just with the short timeline of this project. Might have to work a little bit overtime in some cases. William struggles with conflict, so there could be, especially with the high stakes environment, some conflict in this project. So we just, for this specific project, decided not to go with William specifically. So these are the four members. Strengths of this team, they have a history of producing great work. That has been known just from their work in the company. So that is definitely a strength. We are pretty confident that they're going to do great work as well. Tend to be self-motivated. A lot of these individuals like to produce great work on their own. They don't need a lot of push from us as managers. So that's going to serve them well in this project. Up to the challenge and pressure. That's We've talked about it before just with the team selection, but as overall a team of four, they're going to be up to the challenge and do well with the pressure. Leadership and accountability. We have a lot of leadership on this team, and they're going to be accountable for their roles and their work that they're producing just from who they are as individuals. That's going to be great. And then the teamwork aspect, they've proven to work well in teams, and I don't see that changing here. Potential weaknesses, too many leaders. We have a lot of leaders on this team, such as Natalie and Elizabeth and even Caitlin too. So that could potentially produce a power struggle or something of that nature. So that's something that we're going to watch out for. Conflict resolution might not be the greatest area of strength here, but with that power struggle and very opinionated people, that might run into an issue during times of conflict. And effective communication through conversation. Some of these individuals like more written communication styles or more professional areas of communication. So just collaborating as a team and working through conversation might be something to watch out for and something we might limit because it's a potential weakness of this team. Motivational strategies that I will use. The first is the goal setting theory by Bryan and Locke, 1967, that just talks about how goals produce motivation for employees to achieve them. When goals are challenging and specific, according to Griffin and Phillips of 2024, that will better motivate employees to achieve those goals. It increases accountability or more accountability when we have those goals set in place. So for this project, we're going to make challenging yet reasonable goals throughout the duration of the project. So not just the overall deadline of submitting it, but what each team member is doing, having goals throughout leading up to that final submission is going to be a great way to motivate this team, produce consistent work and meet deadlines, but it allows myself and other managers to produce specific feedback on their progress and see how they're doing. The second one is the self-determination theory. According to McNally and Hager of 2024, this just details the employee's needs for autonomy, competence, and relatedness. So autonomy in roles will be appreciated by this team specifically for members that kind of like to work on their own too, like Natalie, Caitlin, and Elizabeth are going to really do well with that, and Susan's going to be the great team member there to come alongside as well. Competence, just having trust in the employees to be competent and to produce a great product. And relatedness is going to be support from me and management to just help them as they are self-determining, if you will, their own success. I'm going to be there supporting them and make sure they're on track. All roles contribute to the overall team success. So no matter what their roles are, it's going to be kind of going to be great for the overall team success. And then less micromanagement, but support still available. So with self-determination, I don't have to micromanage and say, you need to do this and where's this? And just be pestering them throughout the whole project. This team we have trust in, they're going to do well and be motivated on their own with how everything's laid out and broken down from management and the support that's going to be there in place as well. Next is conflict strategies. If conflict happens, which it always can, the first one I'm going to go to is the interest-based relational approach, or IBR, by Constantino, 1996. This emphasizes collaboration and empathy when talking with employees, problem solving together, understanding underlying interests of individuals, staying away from emotions, and asking open-ended questions. So just getting the team back on our shared vision of, hey, we're all on the same page here, working together, trying to produce a great product. I understand why you think this. What do you think about this? Asking open-ended questions and getting everybody kind of uh, on the same page. Next one is the compromising approach by Griffin and Phillips, 2024. Just coming to a common ground, understanding, actively listening, and willingness to sacrifice, listening and showing concerns for others' interest. So that's kind of how I'm going to approach it, but with the team members being very opinionated, and I could see them not wanting to lose arguments or something of that nature. So compromising, might require sacrifice, but from all parties involved. So people might have to sacrifice their opinion and idea or say, hey, I'll do this if you do this, sort of thing. Nobody wins in that situation, but everybody can be willing to sacrifice and just a little bit to be on the same page. Leadership strategies. First one's transformational leadership. This one's a shared vision from the team. Also, empowerment, inspiration, and motivation. These are kind of the main aspects of transformational leadership. Coming from me, first and foremost, just leading by example, having the support for the team, getting everybody on the same page to that shared vision, and just being successful is going to be successful for individuals of the team and for the company as a whole when this project is going to be successful. So that shared vision will align with our company purpose and in serving customers at Southwest Transit. Empowerment to work and achieve, not micromanage. This is going to be great for these four members specifically. Going to feel empowered by myself, but with this project, I think they're going to love it and be inspired. This team is a team of go-getters. They might get recognition as a result if this project is successful. I think that's going to motivate members like Caitlin specifically, and even Natalie and Elizabeth too. And a positive culture and creativity. And this was specific for Susan. I think she's going to love that creativity aspect and that positive culture. She brings that to the table. Transformational leadership is known to have boosted performance, engagement, trust, and psychological empowerment based on Deng and other authors in 2022. Next one, situational leadership. This involves roles and flexibility within the team. So for our team, having autonomy for Caitlin and Natalie specifically, they just in their roles that we give them for this project, that's going to be huge. Designated time to share ideas and establish roles, space to collaborate and create for Susan. Just giving her that time away to do that is going to be helpful. This team doesn't need extensive in-person work time, but rather scheduled times with agenda items. So we talked about before, potential weaknesses are that conversational approach to the teamwork. So when we do meet in person, having it scheduled out, asking specific questions, making sure we're on the same timeline with things and not getting sidetracked by those conversations, but having it all scheduled out. Conscious capitalism alignment. So the first one is this team and this project is going to produce great work, which is going to align with our higher purpose of the company to ultimately serve our customers. We are on board with that vision. Our team's going to be on board with that vision. The next one's collaborative teamwork, where opinions are valued and the team members openly communicate. Strategies are in place for conflict resolution. We want to have a great team culture here that aligns with conscious capitalism, and we want employees to feel valued and to work here, long beyond this project. So we want it to be a great experience for them. And then expanding customer loyalty and employee loyalty in the process to achieve sustainability. So employee loyalty, like I talked about, we want this to be a great experience for them. But our goal for this project is to keep some of those customers at Southwest Transit. So we want to increase customer loyalty here, not just for the short term, but for the long term as well. So if we achieve customer loyalty and employee loyalty, we're going to be sustainable as just one of the high performing airlines in this industry. Next is stakeholder orientation. So we have customers, employees, communities, and shareholders. So for customers, new planes are being introduced. High customer satisfaction is always going to be our vision at Southwest Transit. So that's how this project's going to impact them. The employees, the culture, the empowerment that we're giving them, the trust we're putting in them. We're trying to avoid layoffs here, especially when this project is successful. I think that will help us avoid layoffs as well. So for employees, this is going to have a very positive impact. For the community, just continued focus on affordability is going to be a part of our marketing strategy, convenience, serving the communities by providing flight service for companies and families and individuals. So that's been kind of our motto from when Southwest Transit was created. Obviously, we've expanded a lot since then, but that's going to be our goal for the communities around the United States and beyond. Shareholders, long-term profitability, consistent profits, and market share. So this project, if successful, is going to help with that market share, and shareholders are going to be happy as well. Lastly, value creation and impact. Team will act as role models for the rest of the company, showing strong work ethic, creativity, and making a big impact. If the project is successful, it will keep Southwest Transit as one of the top leaders in the flight industry and promotes effective teamwork within the company and resilience in the market. So, big impact here on this project. High pressure situation, but we're super excited, and the team that we've selected is going to do great work and just not fold under pressure. And I think is going to be um, a great team. So in conclusion, that's our four members that we have. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can see my contact info there on the screen. But that's the team that has been chosen, and those are the strategies in place for how this team is going to be successful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, thank you for your time.